Hello viewers in Indonesia and Singapore. Market Headlines is ready to provide you a number of information from the business, economic, and capital market sectors. With me, Wicky Adrian. This is Market Headlines. Financial Services Authority, or OJK, said that not all financial technology or fintech companies can participate in challenging funds for the National Economic Recovery Program. The main reason is the capacity of financial technologies to participate in the program is not the same.
The Financial Services Authority, or OJK, welcomes the desire of financial technology companies to be involved in channeling National Economic Recovery Program. But this desire cannot be felt considering the need for coordination between the government and fintechs to determine the accountability scheme. OJK's Chief Executive Officer of Non-Bank Industry, Riswinandi, said that the distribution of stimulus from the government must be carried out responsibly and can be accounted for, so that it cannot be arbitrary in carrying out the distribution.
Secara potensi teknologinya mungkin, tetapi tentu ini harus dilihat juga bagaimana rencana pemerintah. Fintech ini itu juga sudah dilibatkan di dalam misalnya penjualan surat berharga negara gitu ya. Nah, dia udah punya pengalaman. Tapi apakah yang lain juga punya pengalaman yang sama? Kan nggak sama nih.
Riswinandi added that later the government will make a selection of fintechs that is deemed appropriate and capable in terms of assets and accountability. And OJK will provide opportunities for fintechs that have received permission from OJK to be able to run the program. From Jakarta, Gilang Praditya for IDX Channel.
To prevent the potential for a prolonged recession, the government is asked to focus on reducing the number of COVID-19 cases. Economists assesses that the government has taken a wrong step by touching the monetary side as a way to improve the economy.
The government's discourse to change the monetary policy system through the revision of the Bank Indonesia law is considered a bad step in an effort to overcome the problem of the current economic downturn. Senior economist Faisal Basri thinks the government is not worthy to touch on monetary matters in an effort to overcome chronic fiscal problems. Faisal stated that fiscal problems must be resolved through fiscal policy. Faisal says that economic problems in Indonesia have long been occurring when tax revenues continue to fall due to poor implementation of tax reforms, which can be seen from the stagnation of the tax ratio. So that in the end, shortcuts to increase debt when a pandemic occurs cannot be avoided.
Jadi ini semua diselesaikan dengan moneter. Gatal tangan kita, ya. Kaki yang diamputasi, kira-kira begitu. Apa salahnya moneter ini gitu ya. Semua itu kita lihat tadi kan tidak ada salah moneter kan. Yang salah tax ratio kecil, turun terus, gagal menarik pajak dari sektor ekonomi yang terus tumbuh gitu.
In-depth records show that there are several sectors in the taxation that have not been fully exploited, such as construction and mining, whose contribution is still below 5%, while taxes still depend on manufacturing, whose contribution is more than 30%. From Jakarta, Raharjo Patmo for IDX Channel.
Indonesian Export Financing Agency, or Indonesian Exim Bank, bolster alliance with Bali regional government to boost small medium enterprises export.
In order to encourage small medium enterprises competitiveness, government through Indonesia Exim Bank encourage cooperations between small medium enterprises with the Klung Klung Regency government in Bali. Executive Director of Indonesia Exim Bank, Daniel James Rompas, stated that Exim Bank will provide assistance and training about related technical systems. This aims to help small-medium enterprises to enter global market.
LPI juga memiliki divisi jasa konsultasi yang dapat dimanfaatkan oleh para pelaku usaha untuk memperkuat manajemen, pengelolaan sumber daya, sampai dengan pengelolaan keuangan ataupun pemasaran.
The regions of Klungklung, Nyoman Suwirta warmly welcomed the collaborations. It is expected to have broad impact and encourage more medium enterprises in Klungklung, so that in time after the normal situations amidst COVID-19, small medium enterprises will become the backbone of the economy.
Kerjasama yang sudah kita bina selama ini, tentu saya mengucapkan terima kasih yang sebanyak-banyaknya, yang sebesar-besarnya. Karena dalam situasi COVID seperti ini, kita tidak boleh berhenti, kita tidak boleh stagnan, tetapi kesiapan kita untuk tetap bergerak sehingga ekonomi bisa berputar, kesejahteraan masyarakat bisa terjaga, tetap harus dilakukan.
The collaborations is expected not only to help export-oriented products to be more competitive, but also ease the industry's imported goods for their raw materials. Klungklung, Bali, Rahayu Pakmu for IDX Channel.
The Coordinating Ministry for Maritime Affairs and Investment has signed a letter of intent with the Fortescue Metal Group for the development of the green industry and new renewable energy.
Australia's company Fortescue Metal Group, which is owned by Andrew Forrest, has signed investment letter of intent with Indonesia and the development of green industry and renewable energy. This signing was witnessed directly by representatives of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Indonesia and the Ambassador of Australia. Through this agreement, a well-known Australian businessman, Andrew Forrest, will invest in green energy by developing 60 gigawatt water power plant and 25 gigawatt for geothermal energy. Andrew targets this project to be completed within 10 years, and he admitted that he had traveled to many countries including Indonesia until finally he decided to choose Indonesia to be a place for green energy development. From Jakarta, Muhammad Olga for IDX Channel.
Stay tuned on our market headlines because we'll be right back after the break.
IDX Channel, the Indonesia Stock Exchange channel, is the authorized capital market channel in Indonesia. To give references to global investors, IDX Channel also presented the news about the dynamic of Indonesia's economy, business, and capital market in English. IDX Channel also have different types of programs. They are Special Dialogue, Market Opening, Market Review, IDX First Session Closing, IDX Second Session Closing, Market Headlines, and News Screen. IDX Channel is aired 24 hours a day with 5 hours live program from Indonesia Stock Exchange trading floor. Our vision and mission as the only capital market TV channel in Indonesia that is committed to improve the capital market knowledge in the country. News that had been delivered on IDX Channel can also be seen on our digital platforms, so you can give yourself an update about informations anywhere and everywhere. IDX Channel can be watched through Vision Channel, First Media Channel, IndiHome Channel, and Vision Plus, and also live streaming on idxchannel.com. IDX Channel provides information from around the world from different perspectives. We provide you various investment strategies, stock options, inspiring figures for your business references. IDX Channel, your trustworthy economic, business, and capital market channel.
Welcome back. State-owned oil and gas company Pertamina gave its response regarding discourse about premium and pertalite elimination. Company clearly stated that decision is in government's hand, not in Pertamina's.
Vice President Corporate Communications Pertamina Persero, Fajar Wayong, stated that Pertamina keeps distributing pertalite and premium to the public because government still says to do so. Other than that, productions and distributions keep being Pertamina's main priority.
Sampai saat ini, saya tegaskan kembali, sampai saat ini premium, pertalite, dan juga seluruh produk dari BBM-nya Pertamina, ini masih kami distribusikan dengan baik seluruh Indonesia.
Pertamina dismissed the course on eliminating premium and pertalite. Company clearly stated that this is out of company's league because full authority of fuel eliminations belongs to the government. And Pertamina, in this case, is only as a distributor. From Jakarta, Muhammad Olga for IDX Channel.
Yeah, petrol is a complex mixture of different chemical compounds that must comply with a set of strict specifications. One key parameter is octane number. The octane number measures how good a petrol is at resisting to premature detonation in combustion engine. The higher octane, the better impacts will be not only for the engine but also for the environment. Therefore, in this first graphic, I would like to show you various Indonesia's fuel research octane, which in this case belongs to Pertamina. As you can see, there is the data about the graphic. And here is the issue in accordance with the regulation of the Minister of Environment and Forestry number 20 of 2017 concerning emission quality standard. Gasoline that must be sold to public must at least with research octane number 91. This means when referring to regulations, then there should be no longer be any fuel types under research octane number of 91. The stance in this case is that premium or pertalite has octane number under 91. Therefore, both fuels should be eliminated. Government's concern about higher octane fuel is due to the benefits users will gain. What are the benefits? Let's check it through the next graphic. Although higher octane is not the only solution to cut CO2 from road transport, it is one of the most cost-effective, technology neutral, and readily available to reach climate and energy goals by 2030. However, when it comes to Indonesia, those benefits are not that attractive enough to make premium and pertalite users for changing its fuel. Majority of Indonesians use pertalite and premium as their daily fuel. Therefore, in the next graphic, we will see the data about Pertamina regarding daily fuel sales proportion. In addition, based on Pertamina's data as of August 22, 2020, premium and pertalite sales accounted for 86.7% of total gasoline sales, both combined averaging 87,100 kiloliters per day. But still, government continues to work to increase sales of gasoline with octane number above 91, one of which is by reducing daily target of the low octane fuel itself. Let's see it in the next graphic. And for pertama sales, government will increase the portion with expectation to be higher than premium sales in 2023, whereas the premium is only targeted 15,200 kiloliters per day. Pertama sales will reach 24,800 liters per day. And we hope nothing but the best for government and Pertamina to search the best method on shifting public demand from lower octane fuel to higher octane fuel. Therefore, Indonesia can reach climate and energy goals by 2030. Stay tuned on Market Headlines because we'll be right back after the break.
Senang sekali saya David San Ovo dan dapat hadir menemani Anda dalam program spesial dialog webinar on TV.
Setiap minggunya kita akan membahas tema-tema yang sangat menarik. Apa kabar ibu-ibu sekalian?
Alhamdulillah baik.
Salah satu ambisi daripada Kementerian Koperasi dan UMKM bersama Spesco adalah koperasi keren, baru, digital gitu kan, yang kita bisa IT.
Proses pemilihan IDX Channel Anugerah Inovasi 2020 melihat beberapa indikator, diantaranya adalah dampak dari inovasi terhadap perusahaan, kemudian sustainability, mampu terapan perusahaan, serta kita melihat dari sisi originalitas dari ide itu. Harapan kita setelah kita mengadakan IDX Channel Innovation Award 2020 ini agar pemenang-pemenang dari ajang ini tidak berhenti untuk melakukan inovasi, melainkan terus mendorong inovasi itu untuk selalu menjadi yang terbaik, selalu menjadi yang terbaru, dan untuk mengantisipasi perubahan yang ada di dalam lingkungan bisnis. Nantikan anugerah inovasi berikutnya hanya di IDX Channel.
Rangkuman sentimen yang berhasil dihimpun oleh tim redaksi kami, di mana 3 emiten asal Indonesia masuk ke dalam daftar 12 saham dengan tingkat keyakinan tinggi pilihan JP Morgan.
Journal of Medis menyatakan, potensi vaksinnya untuk mencegah COVID-19 menghasilkan respon kekebalan kuat pada semua 45 pasien dalam uji coba tahap awal pada manusia. Dari dalam negeri, Presiden Joko Widodo akan membubarkan 18 lembaga di bawah pemerintahannya.
Welcome back. We're on the last segment at the Jakarta Composite Index Intraday Movement. Earlier today, JCI was opened, as you can see on the screen. And then approaching the closing time of the session, as the data also shown on the screen. And then the index was showing weakening trend. By the second session closing time, index was closed at the level of 5,239.85. In short, JCI went down 0.78. And next we're going to see the top gainers, we're going to see the sectoral movement. Leading the dynamics of today's trading, we got consumer good as the leader of the strengthening trend, went up 0.98%, and the leader of the weakening trend, we got basic industry went down 1.84, Miss Industry went down 1.67, and infrastructure went down 1.23. And moving on to top gainers and top losers, here are the key highlights from today's trading session. ISA went up 15.22% at 212 KF, or KAEF went up 6.42% at 3,150. BRIS went up 3.14% at 985, and UNVR went up 2.75% at 1,400. Meantime, for top losers for today's trading, we got BBCA went down 1.85% to 31,900. BBNI went down 2.34% at 500 or 5,225. Telkom went down 1.38% at 2,860. Astra International went down 2.42% to 5,050. And next, we're going to see the intraday movement of rupiah towards US dollar. Open at the level of 14,792. Rupiah was showing strengthening trend towards US dollar and was closed at the level of 14,708. In summary, rupiah went up 0.25. Malindo Food Delight, or well known as subsidiary of Malindo Feed Mill, launched its first export to Japan amid COVID-19 pandemic. The company shipped 6 tons of processed food products, including nuggets and sausages.
Food company Malindo Food Delight launched its first export to Japan amid declining global trade due to the COVID-19 outbreak. Malindo Food Delight shipped 6 tons of chicken products, including nuggets and sausage, to the East Asian country. The company produces 9,000 tons of such products each year, contributing 4% to the revenue of its parent company, Malindo Feed Mill. Lau Juhua, the director of the parent company, said that the export can give extraordinary energy to the company and all the parties in seeking other export opportunities. He also said that it is the company's effort to support the Agriculture Ministry's movement in raising exports threefold. Meantime, the coronavirus outbreak has hit international trade amid movement restrictions implemented in various countries around the world, including Indonesia. The World Trade Organization projects global trade volumes will contract by between 13% at best and 32% at worst this year. Indonesia's overall exports were down 9.9% year-on-year to 13.73 billion rupiah in July, as the COVID-19 outbreak hampered global logistics, according to Statistik Indonesia data. However, agriculture exports rose to $350 million in July. From all sources for IDX Channel.
To boost its business performance, Kino Indonesia is predicted to spend all 2020 capital expenditure with a maximum value of 400 billion rupiah.
To boost its business performance, Kino Indonesia is predicted to spend all capital expenditure in 2020. As for 2020, Kino budgeted a capital expenditure of 350 billion rupiah to 400 billion rupiah. This figure is 16 up to 33% higher than the capital expenditure in the same period last year. According to Kino's Director of Finance Budi Mulyono stated that it is likely that the company will absorb all of the capital expenditure until the end of the year. As of June 2020, the absorption of capital expenditure has reached 211 billion rupiah. For information, until first half of 2020, Kino received sales of 2.19 trillion rupiah, or a decrease of 1.35% compared to the same period in the previous year, which reached 2.22 trillion rupiah. Meanwhile, Kino's net profit was further eroded by 67.52% to 118.64 billion rupiah. In addition, in order to boost its performance, Kino is currently working to increase its production capacity by purchasing new machines to increase production in the body care and beverage business segment. From all sources for IDX Channel.
Management of consumer-based company Garuda Food stated that the company has absorbed 80% of its capital expenditure budget for 2020. Director of Garuda Food, Paulus Tejo Sutikno, said that the company's capital expenditure during 2020 was a sustainable progress from the previous year. Meanwhile, on the other hand, also companies trying to postpone new investment projects without reducing the company's ability to serve its customers. Meantime, due to its financial performance, Garuda Food succeeded to record a relatively stable performance in the first quarter of 2020, whereas the company's net sales achievement only decreased by 1.68% compared to the first quarter of 2019. As a result, the company's net profit grew 15.37% on an annual basis, more than 140 billion rupiah. And here is an update data about coronavirus globally. And it is close our market headlines today. Please enjoy our next program on IDX Channel, Your Trustworthy Economic, Business and Capital Market Channel. I'm Wicky Adrian. Have a nice evening.